As we bow out of Youth Month, the agenda is reflecting on the vital role that TVET colleges play in promoting skills development, empowering young people and preparing them for meaningful participation in the labour market. SABC News anchor Mxolisi Masango is spending the morning at Ekurhuleni West College and joins us now live. And Mxolisi, of course, we've heard so much about how there's a skills mismatch between those who complete school and those who want to get into the world of work. And I suppose institutions like that are trying to bridge that gap.
I tell you what, that's the big question, Ayanda. How do we really bridge that gap? And as you've rightfully mentioned, we are out and about this morning, and we are bowing out of Youth Month the best way South African youths know how, and that is through, of course, a dialogue. Today we are at the Ekurhuleni West College at the Katuras campus, to be exact, here in Vosloorus, Katlehong, east of Johannesburg. As you might be familiar with the saying that not every person is academically inclined. What does that mean? That now means that there were greater calls to say that young people should actually be looking into other avenues to try and utilize those other skills that they might have. Tell you what, there are also some success stories to that effect, and today on the agenda we will be bringing you some of those stories. But before we get into our conversation, Ayanda, let me just give you a bit of context and a bit of background as to why we are here today. So the numbers are quite staggering because, as you may recall, TVET colleges are key drivers of economic growth, particularly in developing countries like ours. Now, the Department of Higher Education and Training also invests a significant amount. I think the last I checked, it stood at about 10 billion rands annually in expanding and supporting TVET colleges. Now, South Africa has about 50 public TVET colleges with over 264 campuses across provinces, making them accessible to the majority. Also, Ayanda, TVET focuses on practical, job-ready skills, and unlike the more theoretical university route that we know. And also, as you may also recall, President Cyril Ramaphosa and the Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Dr. Bladen Zamandi, have repeatedly emphasized the TVET's role in tackling youth unemployment, which is currently over 45% as things stand right now, which is exactly why we came here this morning to have these conversations, because it's a key and critical conversation to have. I'm joined by Mr. Radzuma at the electrical side of the campus. Thank you so much for your time and welcome to the agenda this morning. So first of all, it's great to have you on the program, and it's great that we're having this conversation with you today. Talk to us about what do you do here?
My name is Radzuma Ndiferani. I'm a millwright facilitator, so I'm facilitating the millwright apprentice, and also I facilitate the electrical apprentice. So as you will know that we are facilitating legacy and occupational, so there's a movement there. So we'll be doing electrical component here. So they are doing all the motor tests, fault finding and all that, the wiring, all stuff that starts from the factories and industry. So this is the base. This is where they start. So we also send them to the companies to do work modules there. So things are changing. So we are part, as EWC, of the changes that are made by the government, where we have to transform from legacy to occupational. So we are one of the colleges that are busy with that occupational training.
I like that you actually mentioned that, because these young people here, what you're basically saying to me now is that they're getting equipped for the actual real world out there.
Yes. From the start, when we induct them, we show them everything which is happening in the company. We also induct them to show the environment there by the workplace. So we work hand in hand with the companies, because when they are done here, they will go to do their work modules. And then this is just the practicals, that this is a base. Yes, so we also offer the knowledge models also.
So I'm more of an action man. I'm going to ask that I come closer here so you can take me through what usually happens on the day-to-day here. And it's also very inspiring to have an all-female team essentially doing all the work this morning. Take us through what's happening here where we are now.
So right now they are busy with their files, so it differs student to student. The first one is doing the fault finding here. She will have to complete the module of fault finding, and the second one is wiring on this other side. So they are basically, so there's one who's doing the motor test, so it differs student to student. So every time as a facilitator, I have to check one by one whatever that they're doing and make sure that they are fully equipped and they know what they're doing. And then when it comes to the day of trade test, they have to do very well.
So how long does this course take?
It takes 3 years, combining with the one that they do, the NATED one, and then there is the NCVs. So we do absorb our students who are from the level 4 NCV and the NATED ones from N6. But basically what's happening now is that it's going to change because we are going to occupational. So which means you will then take students from grade 9 and then or from grade 12. Then you will start teaching them from knowledge modules, practical, and then they get the work module.
Okay, I think let's continue and take our walk.
3 years actually.
All right. So you said this is the side where we do all the fault finding as well.
Yes, the orange boxes are for fault finding. They are checking the faults, and then there's a drawing there. She will check the fault. After that, she will connect, and then she will explain where was the fault, what was going on that fault, for the motor not to run, or if the contractor is not coming in.
All right, and let's continue taking our walk. It looks like quite a process here, as it usually happens, and it entails lots of teamwork as well. Let's bring in Boitumelo that joins us now. Hello, Boitumelo. How are you?
Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm great. So talk to me about what are you doing here?
Here I'm doing a semi-auto Star Delta. It's actually a direct online. As you can see, I'm using a single phase. Therefore, it simply means that it is direct online. So, and this is where we get a power. We get the power, the appliances, and all that. And then this connects to the Star Delta, reverse and forward. And this is our light to indicate if it's forward, it's gonna light. And this is if it's reverse, it's gonna switch on. And if it trips, this is a trip light.
So how does this usually factor in my house when I'm just, busy getting lost in all the wiring and I call you? Talk to me. Just tell me what you do.
I'll start by doing a phone finding. If you find a problem in your house, I'll have to start by finding the problem and get to know where am I going. More especially when we're using a multimeter, we use a multimeter most of the time.
I'm familiar with those, yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you use one of these.
Yes, we use multimeter. It actually we get a continuity when you're using it. It's continuity is from one point to another. Like get to know if there's a power. If there's no power, that's where we'll get a fault. If there's no power between some lines, that's where we'll indicate if there's a fault or not.
So we are wrapping up Youth Month, and we are just also on a quest to find out what it means to be a young person in South Africa in 2025. You being here as a young female, doing something that is thought to be, something for males, essentially. What does it mean to you?
It means a lot more, especially when we're exploring. We're getting to know what's electricity, getting to more details into electrical and electrical industry, and more especially when this was meant to be, actually not meant to be, but most of the time it's manpower. Now it's us on it, like it's much fun. I don't want to lie.
And it's just Women's Month, just in a month or so. All right, so what would you like to do, say, when you finish here? Getting into the workforce, what is it that you want to do? Is it a sector-specific kind of thing?
Actually, I'd love to be an artisan. I'd love to be out there, actually doing my what I've been taught and all those things. More especially like what I'm doing now, electricity is much fun. I don't want to lie. So when I'm going out there, I just want to make sure that I get into electrical part and get to, change and learn more about it. I would love to learn more about electricity. I don't want to lie. This is much fun.
It's fun. And here's the thing. We have many young people also turning into entrepreneurs over time, also opening their businesses, their wiring businesses, their electrical businesses. Would you also possibly look into that?
Definitely. I'll look up into that. Especially, I would love to open my own workshop and get to be part of, get some information about Get some more information about electricity and have my own workshop, do house wirings and all those things.
Okay, I also want us to hear from Lerato because she's this side. Lerato, thank you so much for your time. I see you are also hard at work here, so busy. Boitumelo spoke so much about the line of work that you guys are busy with, or maybe equipping and training yourselves for, and I'm sure it must come with its own challenges. Talk to us about some of those challenges that you encounter.
Yeah, there are so many challenges, you see, especially when doing fault finding. To find fault is not that easy. So you have to look at this and look at what is wrong, how is it connected, and everything, is it okay, is it in a good condition, the contactors, the circuit breakers, the overload, more especially overload. So there's so many challenges when coming to fault finding.
Yeah. So then challenges as a young woman in this space in 2025, what are some of those challenges?
Regarding?
Let's hear from you as a young woman, some of those challenges that you encounter on the day-to-day in this line of work that you're preparing yourself for.
Yeah, you see, when coming to the transformers, okay? The transformer panel. Okay, let me speak about the transformer panel because this is a transformer panel. Okay, the transformer panel, we have challenges here because some of the panels we find out that you find out okay, yeah, in the transformers they are not okay. You see, so when the transformer is right, you have to look at the fault. Or a problem and what can we do or this transformers defected right and then renyake faulty challenge and then replacing the transformers is a something else.
Yeah.
You see.
Okay. All right. Okay. And as we continue, Mr. Razuma, it's both inspiring, and really great to hear young voices, young female voices also factoring into this space. And I know this is something we'll be expanding on a bit later on in the program, but also just what would you say to a young person? Just a quick one before we go at home right now watching this segment.
Yes, they have to go through, to be an artisan, it's something very great because that's where everything starts. You have to use your hands in order to transform the world. The buildings, those who are doing hair cutting, electrical, all mechanical, it starts being an artisan. It's tough, but it's what makes the world. So when they see the railway stations, power stations, all these companies, everything starts here. So what you are seeing here, they must pursue this industry. So next time when you come, it will be transformed here. Yeah. So we are ready with whatever the government is pumping in. This is going to be the best thing ever in the world. So we will compete with Germany with occupational because now they will also be employed international. So the certificate that they will get with occupational, it will be an international certificate. So EWC is one of the colleges which already started with the occupational training. Right. So.
And we'll actually get a sense of what
so they have to go for this
in the coming segment as well. Thank you so much for your time. It was really great touching base with these young ladies here. Ladies, I think you'll deserve a round of applause. Thank you so much for your time. And as you heard it there, Ayanda, just in essence, just hearing from the young people here talking to us about why they're here, telling us that they're looking forward to the future, and some of them even thinking of branching into becoming entrepreneurs and using the skills that they're equipping themselves with right in this very same room. And as you heard from one young lady here as well, talking to us about some of the challenges that she encounters in the field itself. But of course, we will be continuing with some of the conversations as we are on a quest to explore this TVET college to find out what other offerings it has. So back to you in studio.
And we certainly look forward to it, Mxolisi Masango, for that reporting. Thanks very much indeed. Mxolisi's live to us from the Ekurhuleni West College. Once again, part of our special focus this Friday morning on youth skills development.